What's going on? I ordered all my stuff to do my 250-hour service on the MT125. I got everything in the mail. I did have to stop and get the HST oil, the hydraulic oil from Tractor Supply, but everything else came in through the mail. I'm gonna do that today, and it's supposed to rain, so I'm probably not gonna get anything else done that I know of. Anyways, let's get this done. Okay, I think I'm gonna start by changing the oil and probably the air filter. What all I got to change on this today is I got to change the air filter, oil, HST filter, and hydraulic fluid oil. Here's all my filters. We got a fuel filter in here too, but I'm gonna check that. That's a globe where you can see into it. And the last time I changed it, which was the 50R, the first service, the oil drain plug was hard to get out because it had an Allen head on it. I mentioned that to the dealer when I was there, and he gave me this one. He said that they was updating it because everybody was having issues getting them plugs out. So while I'm messing with today and got the hole out of it, I'm gonna go ahead and change that. And I'm gonna change the gear oil in the front. Pretty much I'm doing the same thing that I done for the 50-hour, except I'm gonna go ahead and replace the radiator too. On the 50-hour you wasn't supposed to change the hydraulic fluid, but I went ahead and done it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it today too. As far as oil, I'm using the Rotella T6 5W40 for the engine. And I'm using Traveler's Premium Universal Tractor Trans Hydraulic Fluid for the hydraulic fluid. You can get these from Tractor Supply. I wouldn't recommend getting that from Tractor Supply because they double the price on it. This is the HST filter. This is the hydraulic fluid filter. This is the engine filter. And this is the air filter. And the fuel filter that's located in the engine compartment. This is it. Okay, while I'm thinking about it, it's a pretty good idea to keep accurate notes. That way you know what you did. I always write down what I done. The recommended oil change on these MT125s is at 250 hours on your second change. I was going to do mine at 200 hours, and I got caught up moving some dirt around the farm, which I've only went over like 19 hours. So I've still got a good 30 hours, 31 hours before I was supposed to change it. But I'm going to go ahead and change it now. But I write down everything, what I use, the brands, the oil filters, everything. That way I know later. And that right there is my first 50. I done it 10/2 last year. Okay, your drain plug. You get up under the tractor. It's on the right side of the oil pan on the, I guess you consider the driver's side. It's right behind this bracket, this motor mount. It's right up in there. It's kind of hard to get to with the Allen. And the oil filter on these are on the left side once you're sitting on the tractor. Pretty self-explanatory. You have two fuel filters. One's right below the brake pedal on the frame, up under your foot mat. This one's still pretty clean. I'm not going to change that one. There's one up in the engine bay. Kind of Wipe this surface down. Where you gonna put the new one on? I wipe it down and I put some fresh oil on the seal before I put it back on there. I'm not filling this filter up. I'll put it back on there. It's some leak out. But make sure you oil these seals, because if not, you'll pinch your gasket. Just hand tighten these babies. Don't try to overdo it. You'll still pinch the seal. That's it. Now my gear oil, you've got a plug right there. It's on the bottom of your front end. You got two, one on each side, so don't forget the other side. This is your dipstick to check it. I'm just going to pull the plugs, drain it, and refill it. What I'm using was SAE 80 weight 90 from Lucas. Okay, now your air filter is located in this box. All you do to check it, which I just replaced mine like less than a month ago. I was working a lot of dirt and dust. But if you pop these, there's two of them. This piece slides back. You can get it out. It's probably a little dusty. I'm gonna go ahead and blow it out some. Yeah, Yeah, she could use a little bit of a blow. Giggity. Just a helpful note is while you've got this breather out of here, it is not a good idea to blow air down in this. So your best bet, if you got any dirt and grime inside of here, just take your rag, maybe a moist cloth or something, just lightly wipe that out. This intake tube right here, keep an eye on it. If you go to start your tractor and you rev it up and it's not acting like it wants to run right, go ahead and pop this loose and pull this neck off here. You might have a mouse nest down in here because they're bad about climbing up in here because this is an open port for the intake. And while I've got this off here, there's a screen filter on the front of your radiator. If you've got any kind of mower deck on your machine, yeah, see, mine's pretty dirty. I don't have a mower deck, but if you have a mower deck, this gets dirty about every time you mow. It's a good idea to blow this out about every time if you're mowing with it. I'm just going to blow this out and replace it. And while I got this off, or got this hood up, I'm going to go ahead and blow the engine compartment out. Try to keep it clean. Main thing you want to keep blowed out is that radiator. Usually you get a lot of dirt and dust build up in behind that fan. You notice when I turned that air on it, you had a big old poof of air come out of it. Okay, I unhooked my backhoe so I could pull forward about a foot, so I had a little bit better access to that hydraulic dipstick. That's where you fill it back up to, and wasn't a lot of room there to be picking up a 5-gallon bucket of hydraulic fluid. This is the drain plug for the hydraulic fluid. You can see it's got a little gunk built up at the end. That's a magnet that catches all your metal shavings. So just clean that off before you put it back in. That's normal. If I had some big chunks on there, I'd be worried, but it looks pretty good. hydraulic filter. I don't have good access to it, so I'm gonna pull this tire off. That way I got a little bit more access, easier to move. Well, I got everything changed. It started raining, so I wasn't able to go out and work with it any. The oil's changed, all the filters and fluid and everything's changed. Next nice day out, I'll wash it off. Hope that helps anybody that's changing oil and hydraulic fluid and all that good stuff on a Ls Mt125. I think I'm gonna go to the house and take a shower.